Hello math learners! We have already discussed addition and subtraction of fractions. So now, let us test whether you know how to multiply and divide fractions. But before anything else, hit that subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated of the School Clear Math videos just like this. Hello math learners! Welcome to another session here in Math Learning with Sir Ash. This is still your free access math teacher Ash, and today we're going to discuss the most essential learning competency-based lesson for Quarter 1, Week 5 of the Grade 7 Mathematics, which is all about multiplication and division of fractions. Now, as what I've said in our previous video, that fraction is a part of a rational number or is an example of a rational number. Therefore, this is also under the jurisdiction of rational numbers. The question is, how do we multiply and divide fractions? Now, math learners, multiplying and dividing fractions is basically easier than adding and subtracting fractions. Why? Because in multiplying fractions, what you do is, if you have A over B multiplied by your C over D, regardless whether they are similar fractions or dissimilar fractions, what you will do is you just multiply numerators and then you multiply denominators and then simplify. So A times C, that will be AC, B times D, that will be BD. And the final answer, remember always that to convert your final answers in its lowest terms. That's it. Now, the question is, how about dividing fractions? Now, in dividing fractions, what you do is the same concept in multiplying. However, there is a slight twist. What is this twist? Okay, so if ever you have A over B divided by C over D, what you will do is A over B, your divide will become times, and your C over D will be change or will be twist. Okay, that is what we call reciprocal. So you will get the reciprocal of your divisor. And that is C over D in the given. Now, it will become D over C. And since this is multiplication, you just follow what is the rule in multiplying fractions, and that is numerators, denominators. And then, you express your final answer to its simplest form. Now, let's consider some examples. Okay, math learners, we have here 3 examples for multiplication and 3 examples for division. So, how do we multiply fractions? We have here 8 over 3 times 2 over 8. Now, I always teach to my students that if you have other way to solve certain problems, then you can do so for it to be simplified. Okay, now, if we apply our rule here, we can just multiply them directly, right? So, that is 8 times 2, that is 16. 3 times 8, that is 24. Then, you change your 16 over 24 into its lowest term. And what number is that? That is 8. So, 16 divided by 8, that is 2. And then, 24 divided by 8, that is 3. So, your final answer is 2/3. However, there is a certain way for this answer to be simplified in a faster way. What is that? This is the process of cancellation. Now, if you do have factors or common factors that can simplify the numerator and denominator, you can use it before multiplying. Okay, how do we do that? This is 8 over 3 times 2 over 8. As we can see, in the numerator, there is an 8. In the denominator, there is an 8. 8 and 8 are both common multiples of 8, right? So, you can cancel this by dividing them with each other. So, 8 divided by 8, that is 1. Now, by doing so, 1 times 2, that is 2. 3 times 1, that is 3. And they are just the same. Easy, right? Now, let us go to our second example. We have here 1/2 times 18. Now, 18 is a whole number, right? So, how do you multiply a fraction to a whole number? Easy. Remember always that all whole numbers has an invisible over 1 as its denominator. So, that is 1. Okay. Now, if we apply our cancellation, 18 and 2 has a common factor that is 2. Now, if you divide 18 by 2 and 2 by 2, that will become 18 divided by 2, that is 9. 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So, 1 times 9, that will become 9. And 1 times 1, that is 1. 9 over 1 is equal to 9. And that is your final answer. Easy, right? Now, let's go to our final example. We have 3 times 12 over 9. Remember that all whole numbers has an invisible over 1. Now, first thing you should do is to check whether you can cancel certain factors in the numerator and denominator. As we can see here, 3 and 9 can be cancelled out. Why? Because 3 and 9 are both multiples of 3. So, you divide this by 3 and you divide this by 3. So, the answer here is 1. Here, 9 divided by 3, the answer is 3. Now, there are some more factors here. 12 and 3 can still be simplified. 12 and 3 are both multiples of 3. So, you can divide this by 3 and the answer is 4. You can divide this by 3 and the final answer is 1. So, what you have in the numerator are 1 and 4. So, 1 times 4, that is 4. You have 1 times 1, that is 1. And the final answer is 4. So, this is just how basic you multiply fractions. Easy, right? Now, let us go to our division. We have here 20 divided by 1/4. Remember that in dividing, what we will do is we change the divide into times and we get the reciprocal of your second fraction. So, this will become 20 times 4 over 1. And we all know that 4 over 1 is 4, right? So, if you have this 20 times 4, that is 80 over 1, or which is just equal to 80. Easy, right? So now let us go to the second example. We have 49 divided by 7, or 49 over 7 divided by 3 over 3. Now, I'll teach you some technique, my dear math learners. Before dividing or multiplying fractions, if you can get the simplified form of fractions, you can do so before applying the operation. How do I do that? 49 over 7 can be simplified into its lowest term. And that is 49 divided by 7. That is 7. Right? Now, 3 over 3 can be simplified by 3 divided by 3. That is 1. So, that is 7 divided by 1. It's easier to divide a whole number to a whole number than a fraction to a fraction. So, therefore, 7 divided by 1 is 7. And that will be your final answer. Easy, right? Now, let us go to our final example. We have 2 over 5, or 2/5, divided by 6 over 7. Now, since here, these two fractions are all in its simplified form, so what we can do is we can just follow our rule. So, we copy the first fraction, and then we change divide to times, and then we get the reciprocal of 6 over 7. That is 7 over 6. So, what's next here is we can see that 2 and 6 can be cancelled out by 2. So, therefore, we divide 2 by 2, that is 1. We divide 6 by 2, and that is 3. So, 1 times 3, that is 7. And 5 times 3, that is 15. Now, I just like to emphasize this, that cancellation is very, very handy. Why? Because after the cancellation, your final answer is automatically in its simplest form. Rather than applying the numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator, your final answer needs some tweaking in order for you to get the simplest form. If you do the cancellation at first, then it is easier to get your final answer. And I hope you have understood well how to multiply fractions and divide fractions. Now, this is the time that I will challenge you whether you have understood our topic, and here it is. Okay, math learners, I hope you have understood well our topic for today in multiplying and dividing fractions. Now, if you have some questions, do not hesitate to put your inquiries in our comment section below. This is still your free access math teacher, Ash. And always remember, it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you for your support. Keep safe and God bless you always. Congratulations, math learners, for arriving to this part of the video. If you think that this video have helped you, click that like button. And if you think that this channel can change the way you see mathematics, do not forget to click that subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you.